All right, guys, so here we are sitting in the living room with the computer and the plans. Bryan got the plans for the shed from barnplans.com. So as you can see, looking at the design, the shed looks like a little mini barn, with a gambrel roof and that type of thing. And when we called to get pricing on the lumber from the local lumber company, very relieved to hear of all the lumber prices coming down now. So we are ready to build. We are ready to go for it. And I think even the quote for the materials was just around $2,000. So definitely less than half of what it would have been 3 months ago. So Bryan's all excited. He put in his permits to the county. So, that step is done. Now we have to wait on the permit before we can actually do a lot of groundbreaking. Not really able to pour any concrete yet until we get that permit going. So here we are at the shed area.
Well, we barely finished one project and we're starting another. So this is how I originally was going to lay it out, and then Amy thought up, I thought I was going to go the other way. So we could do it the other way, and that might look a little better. I don't know.
So what are the advantages of the layout? Somebody dropped a ball. What the heck?
We got a Tortuga ball. So this way, the prevailing winds go that direction. So if we had it this way, then snow pile will be up on the other side where we're not doing anything. Whereas if we had it the other way, then we'd end up having a lean-to on the other side where the snow would pile up. So.
But the snow piles up anyway because just the drive is going to get piled up.
Right. But we will have snow fence in there to try and alleviate at least some of the drifting. So my thoughts is the front door is here. So you walk in, lean-to on that side. You could you could put the tractor right there, and then you could just start plowing out.
Okay.
So, well, that's not true. The tractor always has to be at the driveway.
Yeah, that's right. So if you're parking the tractor here.
So summertime, the tractor can be here. In the wintertime, the tractor has to be there because we need to be able to plug it in for the block heater. And the only way to do that is where there's power, which will be there. There won't be any power here unless the generator's going.
Okay. So really, storage shed, just storing stuff, but.
Yeah. And I'll have the generator out here, so if I'm working, I can always, I can run the generator for that.
Something that you need? You're going to get yourself all dirty again after getting clean.
I know.
Where are we at in the process of the shed? Because this is not a shed the way it is with a couple of boards. So
we're waiting on the permit to be approved.
Okay, so Bryan submitted plans for the permit to the county. And
I altered the plans a little bit. So the plans are for 12 by 16. I added 4 more feet. So that way we could.
Excuse me? He hates it when I'm making videos. He's like, stop talking. Play my ball.
Hey, he's looking at you.
Oh. Okay, so the plans are submitted to the county. Could take a few weeks, but then the next step is
getting the concrete all done.
Getting the concrete pads done. So
building the forms.
Yeah.
So originally the plans also that's the other alteration I did. The plans were for 4x6 pressure treated foundation. So I thought it'd be easier to do the concrete. Especially with the cost of lumber the way it was previously, that would have been expensive anyway, but it'll be easier for me just to pour concrete than it will be to try and build a 4x6 platform. It's easier to level concrete than it will be to do that. So.
And then from the quote you got from the concrete company, they said.
Right, so 4 or 5, you have to pay for 5 cubic yards regardless. This setup, the way it is about 3 cubic yards. And so what we'll do is we'll still get the 5 cubic yards. I'll put a little 6x6 pad in the front, and then a 8x15 along the side. This one's going to be thicker along the edges, so I'll have almost 5.5 inches along the perimeter, about 6 inches wide, just to give it a little more oomph where the walls are. 4 inches in the middle, and then that'll all be 4 inches there where the side pads are. So.
Hey, we're twins today. We have black shorts and our Hawaii green shirts.
That's right. Almost like we planned it. So instead of wasting the money on the concrete, might as well put it to use and build some extra pads on there. So we could park the four-wheelers and stuff.
Four-wheelers.
Plus there'll be all gravel all the way around everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll probably get that select mix we use for the driveway, and then I'm going to put a layer of 3/4 inch gravel on top of that so that we're not getting the muddiness from it.
Are you going to get the gravel after?
No, because I have to fill this. I'm going to put gravel in the middle.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
That's where we're at.
And so what's the plan today?
I'm just going to screw all the forms together, and then I guess.
That's it. Okay.
Start building it.
Start it. Getting it started. And it's September.
Yeah. And then I need to level it out a little bit too. It slopes up this way, so be a little bit of leveling. So
yeah.
Of course, I don't have my tractor, so.
That's right. We're waiting on the tractor repair, so I don't know. We're rolling the dice here, guys. It's last 2 years we got snow second week of October, cold temperatures, and I think we got snow in September last year. We'll see.
Today it's 80 degrees.
It's 80 degrees, whatever. We'll just push our luck and see how far we can get on this shed build.
Exactly.
See if we can do it before the big deep snow comes, because remember back here it was 4 feet deep.
4 feet. This is when you appreciate having a tractor with a backhoe. Look at those big rocks right on the corner. This is pretty much in line or the level with where all the big rocks were that we got out before. So of course it has to be when I do not have the tractor. And hand tools are a must now. Of course, the dirt's the hardest to dry it as well. like a big one. Barely wiggling.
All right, guys, so as you can see with Bryan trying to dig out a couple of big boulders right on the corners of where he wanted to put the footers, and that kind of stopped his work last weekend trying to get that laid out because he didn't have the tractor, so he couldn't dig those out. He tried for an hour trying to wiggle them out with a shovel and a pickaxe, but I think he's going to wait till we get the tractor back so he can just pop those out in about 30 seconds. So kind of putting that on hold. But we actually got word back from the county, and it's a little bit of a disappointment that they're not going to be able to review our plans for 4 to 6 weeks. So I don't know if it's the county that's behind. I don't know if it's just, that's typical for them. But I guess the shed plan, I guess the shed build is on hold again for a little bit. But as much as we can get done, we're going to get done before the first snow flies. So maybe that means we get the foundation poured, and maybe that means we get walls up. Who knows? But stay tuned, guys. We'll keep you posted on the whole plan. All right.